You think you've seen a crypto crash before? No, that was just the appetizer. The main course is about to be served, and it looks like a financial horror movie. I'm going deep into the heart of this chaos to figure out what is really going on, and I'm taking you with me. This is either going to be the biggest opportunity of our lives, or we're all going down in flames. So if you want a front row seat to the madness, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and tell me in the comments what you want me to investigate next. Let's do this. Okay, take a good long look at that number. $1 trillion. That's not profit, that's a loss. $1 trillion just vanished from the crypto market. It didn't go to another bank account, it just evaporated. Gone. Poof. My portfolio felt that one personally. All right, so here's our mission should you choose to accept it. We are officially wading into the crypto bloodbath. But we're not just here to get wrecked. We are here to be detectives. We're going to figure out what sparked this firestorm, who's getting wiped out, and most importantly, is there a way for us to come out of this on top? Okay, first, let's survey the damage. And I'm not going to lie to you, it is not pretty. This is a full-scale, market-wide disaster zone. Do you remember last October? Feels like a lifetime ago, right? Bitcoin was screaming past $126,000. We were all geniuses. Now, we're hovering around 82,000, and it feels like the floor is about to give way. That's a brutal 35% haircut in just a few months. Ouch. And believe me, it is not just a Bitcoin problem. Look across the market. Ethereum, Solana, all the big names. They're all getting hammered. The experts have officially declared we're in bear market territory. You know what that means? It's bad. It's really, really bad. Okay, so a $1 trillion fire doesn't just start on its own. Somebody poured the gasoline and somebody else lit the match. So our investigation officially begins now. It is time to go find the crypto killers. So I've got two prime suspects lined up for you. The first is a wave of pure, unadulterated, leveraged panic. And the second, well, let's just say it's the so-called smart money sprinting for the exits. This number right here, this is what keeps me up at night, 402,738. That's not an abstract statistic. That is the number of traders, of people who got liquidated, wiped out, game over, in just 24 hours. Now look at this chart, that massive red skyscraper. That represents $1.5 billion in liquidated longs, all the people betting the price would go up. And that little tiny green curb next to it, those are the shorts, people betting it would go down. This wasn't a battle. This was a complete and total wipeout. The bulls got absolutely run over by a freight train. And if you want to see the human cost, here it is. This quote puts a face to the numbers. Somewhere out there, one single person on one single trade lost almost $37 million. Just gone. A dream that turned into a stomach-churning nightmare in a flash. All right, let's meet suspect number 2, the big dogs. The institutions, the Wall Street guys who were supposed to bring stability to crypto. Well, it turns out, the moment things get a little shaky, they are the first ones knocking you over to get to the door. And here is the evidence. This chart shows the money flowing out of those big Bitcoin ETFs. You can see it right there, $1.45 billion pulled out over 4 weeks. And look at this, 900 million of that was in a single day. That's not a rebalance, that's a stampede. So, you think it can't get any worse? Oh, my friend, let me introduce you to the final boss. There is a dark omen on the charts, a pattern so terrifying, its name sounds like it's straight out of a horror movie. So, what in the world is a death cross? The non-technical definition? It's a scary-looking chart pattern that makes grown traders cry in the shower. The technical definition is when the short-term price trend, the 50-day moving average, crosses below the long-term trend, the 200-day. In plain English, it's a huge red flag that says, hey, the party might be over. And that brings us to the question that's probably making your palms sweat right now. How low could this thing actually go? Are we talking about a healthy correction, or are we about to find out if Bitcoin can go to negative numbers? So analysts are watching a few key levels like hawks. Think of them as disaster checkpoints. First up is the $84,000 to $86,000 range. If we crash through that, the next big battlefield is around $74,000, which is where MicroStrategy has a lot on the line. And if that level breaks, well, let's just hope we don't have to find out what's below that. So it's all doom and gloom, right? Game over. pack it up. But wait, just when it feels like all hope is lost, something weird is happening. A signal is flashing behind the scenes, one that completely contradicts the panic we're seeing on the surface. This is where things get really interesting. What if this collapse isn't the end? What if, and I know this sounds crazy, what if this is actually the single greatest buying opportunity we've seen in years? Take a look at this. The fear and greed index is at 14. That is extreme fear. That means the market is basically in a full-blown panic. But here's the secret the pros know. The moment of maximum panic, of extreme fear, is historically the best time to be buying. It's when fortunes are made. And right on cue, here comes Michael Saylor, the undisputed king of the Bitcoin bulls. He's out here predicting $150,000 by the end of the year. The man is unfazed. You gotta wonder, does he know something we don't? And this is the real head-scratcher. We know the ETF guys are panic selling, but if you look at the on-chain data, the actual blockchain, the biggest players, the whales, are doing the exact opposite. They are secretly buying up all the cheap coins the institutions are dumping. It's a total disconnect. So let's lay out the contrarian case, the bull argument. You've got massive whale buying happening in the background, you have the Fed basically promising to keep the money printer running, and you have Bitcoin's core value as a hedge against all that chaos. It's actually a pretty compelling argument. So this is where we stand, at a fork in the road. On one path, financial Armageddon and a brutal bear market. On the other, the kind of fire sale discount that could create life-changing wealth. The market has literally never been more divided. The next major move is going to surprise almost everyone. So the question is, what are you going to do? Are you selling? Are you buying? Are you hiding under your desk? Let me know your game plan in the comments below. And make sure you're subscribed because whatever happens next, you're not going to want to miss it. Stay sharp.